Was the birthday party of one of my friends, Andre. She asked me in the morning like, hey, should I come tonight? I wanted to bring another girl. She posted a story with me on Instagram, and because I was drunk, I reposted on my profile. I can hear something in the door, and I knew it's not her fist, it was like the machete. Hello guys, welcome to my channel. Today I want to talk about the only time in my life when I called the police. So in 2021, I was living in this mansion in Bucharest, a neighborhood called Pipera, and it was like this 7-bedroom mansion, had the pool, blah blah blah. So in the summer was the birthday party of one of my friends, Andre. We decided to organize this guy's birthday party. So my girlfriend from back then, she heard about our plan, but when it was the time to do this party, she asked me in the morning like, hey, should I come tonight? It's Andre's party. And I was like, no, we decided we don't organize it, we'll just go out in the weekend, go to the club. But the truth of the matter was, I wanted to bring another girl to this birthday party. So I met this girl, her name was Georgiana, and I met this girl a few days before and I wanted to fuck her. So I brought this girl to the party. My girlfriend knew nothing is happening. I told all my friends like, bro, don't post stories, post, if you want to do pictures, post another day, because I don't want my girlfriend to find out. But what happened is, we just got drunk with this Georgiana girl and we started like she posted a story with me on Instagram, and because I was drunk, I reposted on my profile. I reposted, but my phone was on do not disturb, so I didn't think it's an issue. But what happened is, we got drunk, blah blah blah, and went to my room to have sex. All my friends, at this moment, all my friends left. So I didn't care, because I was drunk, to like close the barrier, close the windows, close the doors, all this bullshit. And my girlfriend came there. So on the first floor, I had like a wall full of like machetes, like weapons, like for decoration, but it was like all these like decoration weapons, swords, all this bullshit. So she took a sword, I had like a machete I had on the wall, and I hear noise coming to, like noise on my floor. Because in the second floor, it was my bedroom and like 2 more rooms that nobody was utilizing. So I had all the floor I had for myself. So I hear noises, and in my mind, I was fucking this bitch and I was thinking like something will happen. And after like 10 seconds, I can hear something in the door. And I knew it's not her fist, it was like the machete, and she was screaming like, Vlad, come out, I'm gonna kill this bitch, blah blah blah. So she was hitting the door, and in my mind I was like, what should I do? Because if I go out, they will start fighting, and I cannot like intervene with like machetes, I cannot like hit my girlfriend, I cannot do nothing. So in my mind I was like, I should call the police and tell the police to escort me from here and record everything. So I called the police, 911, hello. I was like, exactly this was the conversation.
Sunt cu fac sex și ce înaintea cineva cu o armă, stă la ușa mea și lovește ușa cu o armă. Adică n-am ce să fac, nu știu, nu pot să ies.
So I called the police, and what my ex-girlfriend was doing was she was hitting the door. She got tired, so she went in the living room and was waiting for me there, like texting me, like no matter how much you hide in the room, you will still go out, blah blah. She was crazy. So I waited for the police. The police came. They came to my door, and like I explained to them, it was like some young guys. And they said like, oh, no problem, we'll resolve, we'll send your girlfriend home. So I remember, I think I had this video, and I was like going downstairs with the police in front of me. Anyway, so this girl, my ex-girlfriend, was very manipulative and like was very smart. So what she did was, her objective was to beat this Georgiana girl, but the police were in front of her. So she was trying to say to the police guys like, no, me and Vlad live in this house, this girl is an intruder, you should create a new case for her, it's her fault, blah blah blah. And for a moment, these guys like actually believed her and like didn't keep her at a distance from this Georgiana girl. So she had like 20 seconds of being free in the house, and then she started attacking this girl. So they started having a fight, and the police like came there, blah blah blah. And because they saw this girl is crazy, my ex-girlfriend, they said like, okay, Georgiana, please take some t-shirt from here, but just leave, this girl is crazy. These guys, imagine like, my ex-girlfriend was very short and like crazy short. These guys were laughing, but they told the other girl to leave. So they tell this other girl to leave, but they didn't let her like just go to my bedroom, take all her clothes, blah blah. So they told her like, no, just take this t-shirt and go. Vlad will give you the rest of the things tomorrow. So I remember she picked my UFC shirt. I like UFC with like Vlad Lobo on the back. Picked this shirt and left. Then when she left, my ex-girlfriend like complained there. The police trying to calm her. I remember at some time just started arguing with her. These guys put handcuffs on me, the police guys. It was a funny scene.
I'm crazy. I'm sick about Aslan. I'm crazy.
So at some point they started like taking some statement from my ex-girlfriend. So while they were taking this statement, I went outside. I told the police I'm going outside to talk on the phone, and I just ran through the back and I talked to this Georgiana girl and went to her house and had sex again. So my ex-girlfriend remained in the house. She was with a friend. She remained in the house with a friend, and next day they were by the pool and they were posting stories. So now the next day I wake up, started having anxiety. The ex-girlfriend was messaging me, where you left, you went to that host house, you will see when you come home, all this bullshit. Didn't have a car there, I went with the Uber. So I called my friend, one of my friends, and I tell him like, bro, come with me, let's go there, let's see what happens. So I went there. It was my girlfriend, my ex-girlfriend and her friend. They were very relaxed. They were all night. They were posting stories from the house. They felt like they conquered the house because they had this fight with this girl. They felt like they conquered the house. Now they were doing stories, sitting by the pool, blah blah. And I was panicked because I felt like this girl would like start beef with me, complain. But actually, what happened? I went there joking around. She complained a little bit. Then we had sex in the pool. Then we had sex in the bedroom, and everything was okay. So I think at the end of the day, she actually liked the fact that she had beef with this girl for me. I think some girls like drama, and because she was with her friend there, had all this beef, she thought it's interesting. But it was kind of a stressful situation seeing her like hitting the door with the machete and all this bullshit. And actually she was telling me like, oh, you called the police on me, blah blah blah. But realistically speaking, it's the first time in my life I called the police. But I did it because I knew the police won't say nothing to her. She's like short girl, blah blah blah, cute girl. Like, police in Romania have like, they're not idiots. They know this is like funny situation. Because afterwards I was arrested and I was put on judiciary control, and I had to go to this specific police station in that neighborhood to like sign some papers once a week. So they were laughing with me like, bro, you're crazy. You remember that night we came to your house? So anyway, I called the police because I was afraid these girls had like serious beef with each other, because I knew my ex-girlfriend was crazy and like maybe she would beat this girl or they would beat each other, and I didn't want to be involved in this. Didn't want them to cut, blah blah blah. So this is the reason I called the police. So basically this is the only time in my life I called the police. It was because of one of my ex-girlfriends who was crazy. So what's even more interesting is that, so after I had sex with this Georgiana girl, we stopped talking. I was hanging out with other girls. I got back with my ex-girlfriend. So what she did after like 2 weeks was like, she went to the club with Tristan Tate, and she didn't say to Tristan, because Tristan approached her on Instagram. He didn't know I had sex with her. He approached her on Instagram. They went to the club, they had sex, and after this, while they were talking, she said like, oh, you're friends with Vlad, blah blah blah. And Tristan said to her like, yeah, why? Yeah, I'm friends with him as well. And like Tristan knew I don't really have female friends, or the female friends I had sex with them in the past. So he said to this girl like, oh, you for sure you had sex with Vlad, you're a whore, I don't want to talk with you. Because we had this agreement between us that if I have sex with a girl, he won't have sex with her, and vice versa. Like if he was with a girl, I'll never talk to her if I know about it. So after this, like Tristan messaged me, hey bro, I had sex with this girl, didn't know you know her, blah blah blah. And I say, yeah, it's no problem. It's not like she's my girlfriend or something. She's like a girl, probably trying to get my attention doing this, but didn't care. We didn't have a relationship, like just fucked a few times. It was funny because she ended up with Tristan after, and like we exchanged these messages, and she said to me like, yeah, look what I write to her, and like he wrote to her like, yeah, you're a typical Romanian girl, I don't want to talk with you anymore, and he blocked her.